Omo, Eric Sekou is yet to name his squad for the World Cup 2026 qualifiers. And we are here, Ghanaians, representing the motherland, to talk about the players who might be in that particular squad list. But before we jump into it, we have unfinished business. We are doing an argument before coming on set. Who has the most beautiful women in Africa, Ghana or Nigeria? Chanana, talk to me.
When it comes to beautiful ladies, it goes beyond maybe body shape and stuff. Body shape there and being endowed is Ghanaian. That one, whether you like it or naturally, we are blessed. But when it comes to all round, I'll go for Nigerian ladies.
So, guys, you have heard from Chanana. I want to ask Seram. Seram, what do you make of this?
Oh, I mean, when it comes to this issue, they are all beautiful. Nigerian ladies, Ghanaian ladies. But for the fact that I'm a Ghanaian, I would go for my Ghanaian women. But, I mean, in spite of that, Nigerian ladies are very, very sweet.
Sweet in what? Have you tasted a Nigerian lady before?
Oh, a friend tasted and then told me.
You did lie.
So, guys, you have heard from Seram. For me, I'll go in for my Nigerian ladies. I star terms. I mean, the list goes on.
Messi, his up.
Thank you. I mean, you are quiet.
No, I said they are all beautiful, but you see, Nigerian ladies are sweet. No doubt about it. In fact, they are delicious.
Forget about it. So, guys, that's just by the way. Quickly, we want to jump into it. My name is Adam. For the sake of this video, you can call me a Mecca. Chanana is here.
Chinedu.
Seram. So, guys, we are repping Nigeria to the fullest. We are going to take a look at goalkeepers and defenders for the sake of this video. So, please make sure to subscribe and also turn on notification, because in our subsequent videos, we'll be talking about midfielders and forwards who are likely to make Eric Sekou's final squad list for the 2026 qualifiers. Guys, before we even talk about the players, Nigerians' run through these qualifiers has not really gone well. They have played a lot of draws, and they have lost one game to Benin. So far, they have only 3 points. Do you think Eric Sekou coming in can do a good job? He's yet to name the squad. We are here just to predict players who are likely to make that squad. But do you think Eric Sekou is the man to deliver Nigeria that ticket to the World Cup?
See, we have something we say, new manager bounce. So I hope Nigeria will be expecting to enjoy that.
During the qualifiers.
So that new manager will come and bring something new to the team. And Nigerians, I don't think they need anyone to tell them that they have to qualify for the World Cup, because this is the first time the World Cup is extending. I think almost 42 teams or something are playing at the World Cup. And Africa, our slot has been extended. So
9. We almost have like 9 or 10 countries that can go to the World Cup.
A powerhouse. And Nigeria will miss this first chance. I think it'll be very, very devastated. So the players, I know their points that wherever they are, no matter the matches, they are waiting patiently for this international break, so they will prove to the Nigerians that they shouldn't worry. They have this covered. Because now the situation they have is they have to win all their games. That's the problem. So they are not going to joke at all. And I know Eric Sekou is sitting down here. I'll not be surprised by this time, guys, even on his status board, trying to see what to do.
How to map out things
for them to win the match.
Yes, okay.
I'm sure Nigeria will make it.
All right, Sarah.
Mundial.
Yeah, so you see, with the Nigerian national team, they have the materials to turn things around.
All right.
For that one, there's no doubt about that. They have the materials. If they decide their mind that, okay, fine, we didn't start very well, but we want to turn things around, they can turn things around. And then Eric Sekou has proven time without number that he is a good coach, and then he's capable of leading these players to turn things around. So I know he can do that. So,
guys, you have heard from Seram and Chana now. I also believe the same thing. I mean, Eric Sekou can make the impossible possible. So, guys, quickly, let's jump into it and start with the goalkeepers. And I want us to begin with Stanley Nwabali, who plays for Chippa United in South Africa. Chana, talk to me about this goalkeeper, what he brings into the team, and whether he makes that squad for Eric Sekou.
Currently, when you talk about goalkeepers, I think for Nigeria, Stanley Nwabali is right now is the safest pair of hands they have. He's the one who's going to give the defenders confidence behind them. Because looking at the just ended AFCON, he did marvelously well. 4 clean sheets. He didn't start the tournament as the first goalkeeper, but he got his opportunity and cemented it perfectly. Well. So when playing for a team like Chippa United, he has played 14 games with 4 clean sheets and 13 goals conceded in 14 games. That should tell you that the goalkeeper has something special. Because we all know Chippa United is not the best, one of the best clubs in South Africa. They have Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. They are the ones doing very, very well. So with Chippa United being at the middle, we all know that middle clubs, you expect them to concede more goals. But with a goalkeeper, 14 games and have kept 4 clean sheets, that will tell that you are only considered in 10 games. They tell that the goalkeeper is doing very well. So with this, I think Nigeria, they have a good goalkeeper to rely on.
So you see him making the squad?
There's no way he's going to miss out.
Okay, so guys, you have heard from Chanana. Stanley Nwabali, I mean, at AFCON, he was very phenomenal, keeping 4 clean sheets for Nigeria. They reached the finals, and I believe that they have to be at the World Cup. Now, let's talk about another goalkeeper who I believe, if not for injuries, should have been part of the squad, Maduka Okoye, who plays for Udinese. There are videos circulating on social media of him recovering from injuries. Seram, talk to me about Maduka. I mean, what is his injury going to do to the Nigeria Super Eagles team? How is it going to affect the team?
Okay, so with the issue of Maduka, if Maduka doesn't make the squad, I think it will be a very big blow to the Nigerian national team. Looking at the fact that the World Cup is very, very different from the African Cup.
Yep.
With the African Cup, you can even rely on one goalkeeper and then you can still sail through. But with the World Cup, I mean, it's different. It's very, 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 it's more competitive than the African Cup, as I'm saying. So I think with Maduka's injury, we all pray that he should get a quick recovery, and then when he recovers, there's no way the coach is going to sideline him for that one. I don't think it's going to happen, because before Stanley, Maduka used to be, I mean, their number 1 postman. You understand?
Okay.
And then he got injured. Stanley came in and then performed. So it will add more spice if Maduka recovers and then joins hands with Stanley, and then work things out for the Nigerian national team.
Okay, so looking at the time span, for me, I don't think he will be, much fit to even join them for the World Cup qualifiers. But he's still recovering, though.
Yeah. So if he's a bit fit, and if he's a bit fit, he can be called. As time goes on, he can be recovering. In the process, you understand?
Right.
The coaches do that.
Right.
Sometimes. Yeah.
So the decision lies in the hands of the coach and also the team. Udinese, if whether they want to release the player, they can't just.
That's the fair.
They have to release it. Why would you release it? Why would you release it to his national team?
So guys, let's move away from Maduka and talk about obasogie. Now, this goalkeeper has been around the national team for some time now, and he has had a very smooth transition from team to team, playing in the Nigeria Super Eagles team and also playing in other teams around Africa here. Bendel Insurance in Nigeria. He also played Faisal in Ethiopia, currently with Sindiga Black Stars in Tanzania. I mean, Chanana, talk to me about this goalkeeper. He has been around, the squad as a substitute goalkeeper. We have not seen him really, in the goalpost for Nigeria. But then, do you think he's a goalkeeper that Eric Sekou wants to still keep around just in case something happens?
The truth of the matter is, now Nigeria are not blessed with a lot of goalkeepers. Yeah. So him being around the squad for a long time will tell you that he's a bit comfortable with the squad. So for now, we know Maduka is injured, and there's no way, unless a miracle happens, there's no way you see Maduka in the squad. So with Stanley Nwabali cementing his position now, so I think this goalkeeper will be the first one on the list to deputize for Stanley. So he has to be in the team, because you can't bring a new face, because now things are very, very dangerous for Nigeria, and they can't afford any slip-ups. So they'll be hoping that they'll bring players that can trust, especially goalkeepers. Because it will be very painful to concede one goal and realize that this one, there's clearly the fault of a goalkeeper who is not confident enough. So I think with whatever you have said, that we be around the team for a very long time, that should tell you that he will be comfortable with the players are comfortable with him and other stuff. So if it's about him being in the squad, I don't take any problem with that squad. He can be in the squad, because when the need arises, I'm sure he can do something better than a new face goalkeeper who will be coming in with a lot of pressure.
So guys, you have heard from Chanana concerning obasogie. Now let's move away from that and talk about my standby list. And I believe Francis Uzoho would be on the standby list based on my opinion. So far for his club side, he has played only 2 matches for Ammonia, and he's a goalkeeper that has not really earned call-up in recent times. Do you think, looking at the injury to Okoye, Maduka Okoye, he comes back into the team, brings the experience, and helps the coach? Sarah?
There is a saying that says that plenty meat no dispose.
Right.
And then we can say for a fact that Francis, when it comes to experience, you can't take it
away from him.
Yeah. So if Maduka is injured, and then looking at the time span, if Maduka can't make it, why not bring Francis in? I mean, if you bring him in and then you bring some of the newbies, he can give them
impact
that
them
advice,
the experience
exactly.
and everything.
He can teach them, do it like this, do it like this. He can be at the back and then be giving instructions like that, and then to help the team. Yes,
very true.
So guys, you have heard from Sairam. For me, I believe that with goalkeepers, the more they age, the more they get the experience to do well. Yes. And with Francis Ozoho, he has experience and he has been with the national team for some time now. So I believe that if there is the opportunity, he should still make the team. But then the question is, if you were the coach, would you bring in Francis Ozoho, or you prefer to bring in a younger goalkeeper who will just, be around the team and also nurture him for the future? But then that's a question you need to answer. So, guys, these are the 4 goalkeepers we are predicting that might be in Eric Sekou-Shell's final squad list. I'm going to go through the names very, very quickly. Stanley Nwabali, Maduka Okoye, Amas Obasogie, and also Francis Uzoho. So, guys, let me know, if there are other goalkeepers that we have not mentioned, let me know them down below in the comments. Now, let's move away from that and talk about defenders who are likely to make the squad. I want us to jump straight into this and talk about the captain of the Super Eagles team, William Troost-Ekong. First, I want you to tell me if he makes the team. And if he makes the team, what difference is he going to make this time around under Eric Sekou-Shell?
William Troost-Ekong, that's wonderful defender. Even though now he has moved to the Saudi League, but he's still giving us the numbers that we know, performing in very high quality. Last time I watched them against Cristiano Ronaldo's Al-Nassr. He did very, very well. He even scored a goal in that game. He was the one who scored the first goal in that game. So, we literally have played 20 games, scored 2 goals and assists. That tells you when it comes to goal scoring to also contribute. Because we all know Sergio Ramos, you can't say that when it comes to the best of defenders, Sergio Ramos is the best. But because of
the goals he scores,
ability too, that makes Sergio Ramos one of the exceptional defenders.
Right.
So if you have a defender like Troost-Ekong, who you always know can contribute at the scoring end of the pack, you always have something, especially when it comes to corners and all that stuff. You also join because he's very strong and very hardworking. So I think with Troost-Ekong, they don't have a choice. The first name, even if the coach is sleeping, and they ask him to name the squad, the first player has to name is Troost-Ekong.
So, guys, you have heard from Chanana. For me, I believe that he's one of the experienced players in the team. And also at the AFCON. Who knew? He won the prestigious award. So, to me, I believe he is the first name that comes on that list when it comes to defenders. Now, the next defender I want us to take a look at is Bright Osayi-Samuel for Fenerbahce. Now, the funny thing is that Bright Osayi for Fenerbahce, he was in the black book of Mourinho. For some games, he wasn't playing. And all of a sudden, Mourinho decided to play him in the Europa League against Anderlecht. But he's a fine player. For Nigeria, he plays very well. For club side too, he plays very well. For some reason, I don't know why Mourinho decided to bench the player for like about 6 games. But then, Seram, talk to me. This player is a very good player. What do you think he adds to the Nigeria Super Eagles team? And also, do you think he makes Eric Sekou-Shell's squad for the World Cup 2026 qualifiers?
It is very, very, very possible that Bright Osayi-Samuel can make the squad. Because passing through the hands of Jose Mourinho, we all know what he has done in time past. He can just, if there are players who are playing under Mourinho, there's that notion that, these players are good. Because if you are not good, Mourinho will start lying you.
Yeah, it's true.
Exactly. And as you said, he wasn't playing for some time, and then Mourinho decided to,
introduce him again.
Exactly. So that should tell you that Mourinho saw some kind of changes in him. That's why he decided to introduce him. So I think Bright, and then you see, when it comes to the Nigerian national team, one of the weak links in the team is their defense. You understand? So they don't have a whole lot of options when it comes to their defenders. So if you have a player playing for Fenerbahce, and then in the hands of Mourinho, why won't you call that player to come and test the waters?
So, guys, you have heard from Sairam. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. The next defender we want to talk about is a centre-back who plays for Fulham, but also can play as a left-back, Calvin Bassey. He recently scored his first goal of the season for Fulham after they beat Nottingham Forest by 2-1. Chanana, talk to me about Calvin Bassey, what he brings to the team. And let's not forget, he plays very well for Nigeria and also plays very well for Fulham. Very good defender by our standard.
When you talk about Bassey's performance, I don't think it will be new to everybody.
Yeah, very good player.
In the Premier League, and everybody
every time.
And this season he has played 24 games. That's almost all their games in the Premier League he has played. And he has been a starter. And he has scored just 1 goal. He scored it recently against Brighton also. So that tells you that the guy is doing very, 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 very well. And with his performance, we see him day in, day out. We know the way he marshals the defense very well. Because he got to a time, you hardly score against Fulham, especially when they are playing at home. They hardly lose games. And he's one of the people who marshals the back very, very well for them. And we all know he can play as a right back and also as a centre back. That also is multifunctional. Can do 2 things at the same time. So with a defender like this, I don't think the coach has a problem with him. Even if it's still crowd, they'll just say that can you play? He's one of the players that you are seeing my head. You can play some systems before you could do something.
I think he will be part of those core players that you can never leave out of the squad. That's at this
seriously
injured.
Why will you not call Kevin Bassey?
Remember when then time Sami Kufo was managed,
He was still playing.
in the game, that we have some. He has gotten to that level that unless he says he don't want to play, he's going to play and play well, because he has proven all the time that anytime he wears the Nigerian shirt, he always delivers.
Okay.
So there's no choice.
All right. So guys, you have heard from Chanana, and the next defender we want to talk about is Ajayi. Now with this player, he just returned from injury for West Bromwich Albion. He played recently in their game against Millwall, and for me, I don't know if the coach would be willing to let him play. He's match fit, he's playing games already, he just returned from injury. So I'm going to put an asterisk to his name, but I just want to ask Seram, if in case he makes the squad list, what do you think he brings into that team? I mean, he has been around the team, he has played few games for Nigeria, so what does he bring into that team?
As I said earlier, if Sami Ajayi is able to make the squad, he brings nothing but a lot of options to their backline. You understand? As I said, that one of the weak links in the Nigerian national team is their defense. So as a coach, you need to explore more to get people to come and then fill that. That over there. So Sami Ajayi making the squad will bring a lot of options to the Nigerian national team backline.
Okay. So guys, you have heard from Sairam. And I want us to talk about Gabriel Osho. He just joined the Nigeria Super Eagles team, making only 2 caps for them. He plays in the French Liga with Okoye. And for me, I believe he makes the squad. Now, my reason is going to be very simple. The reason is that, you see, he's a very good player who plays in Europe's top 5 league. He plays against strikers like Osimhen, Dembele, Lacazette, you can name them.
Gonzalo Ramos and stuff.
Exactly. And this is a player that Nigeria were looking for a very long time, and they have him now. I don't think they set him aside for other players. Looking at the fact that some players are just returning from injury. So for me, I see him making the World Cup 2026 squad. If he doesn't make it, that'll be fine. But I believe that he can help the bench. He can be on the bench, be a squad player. Anytime he's been called upon, he can come in. Or even there's a injury situation, he comes inside, solves it. So for me, Gabriel Osho, I believe he comes inside. Now, you might be wondering why I'm talking about this player a lot, because he's friends with some Ghana Black Star players, Gideon Mensah, and other players in AJ Oxford. So that's the reason why I'm happy with Gabriel Osho joining the Nigeria Super Eagles team. Now, let's move away from that and talk about Bruno Onyemaechi. Now, what do you make of this player? He has been around the team. He has played for Nigeria. This player is currently with Olympiacos. But then before joining Olympiacos, he was in the Portuguese league with Boa Vista. And, I mean, he was good with them. Chanana, talk to me about this player.
You see, Bruno Onyemaechi, I think he's going to make the squad, whether they like it or not. If you don't like it,
he has played 11 games for Nigeria.
Right now, most of the defenders that Nigeria have, most of them are new. And he's one of the players who are a bit experienced.
At least 11 games.
11 caps for the national team. That tells you that he's doing well. That's why he has been getting the
collapse
and stuff. So I don't see him missing out, because playing for Boa Vista, he played 18 games and scored 3 goals.
And gave 1 assist.
That tells you that he can also contribute when it comes to goal scoring. Because when you defend and you can't score, you are doing nothing. You even get frustrated. So with a defender like this who can move forward when it's really necessary, because I know scoring 3 goals, that tells you that he knows the times to move. So sometimes timing is very important. So he knows the time to move up the field to see whether he can score. So with this and going to Olympiacos, we all know Olympiacos is one of the big teams in Europe, even though it's not in the 5 major leagues. One of the big teams. They always come to the European competitions. As Olympiacos, everyone knows Olympiacos. So I think it's just taking some time to integrate into the team. So with this, I don't see him missing out on a call-up cry. He has to be there.
All right. So guys, you have heard from Chanana concerning Bruno Onyemaechi. Now, lastly, let's leave the best for the last. Ola Aina, Nottingham Forest. See, when you go to the EPL, one of the best defenders in there. I mean, Ola Aina, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll be surprised if Nigeria do not add him to the squad. Seram,
one of the best teams this season.
This season, Nottingham Forest. I mean, so Seram, talk to me about this player, Ola Aina. If he doesn't make the squad, we'll do demonstration. No, if he doesn't make the squad, we'll go to Nigeria and go and do demonstration.
Yeah. Unless they give us 1-1, they give me
Ngozi straight.
There are some players, naturally, they are selected by default. Even if you're a coach, you're
not there.
You can't even say they are not needed for your tactics.
I'm telling you.
I mean, how can you...
nonsense tactics.
Let me tell you, one truth is that aside aside William Troost-Ekong, the next defender that has to be called, I mean, they should be called based on this order. Aside William Troost-Ekong, the next defender that has to be called is
Ola
Ola
Aina.
Aina.
Then Calvin Bassey also follows up.
Exactly. If the coach doesn't know and then calls any other player
before
calling Ola Aina,
there'll be trouble.
The coach will have a problem with
Then
it.
the Ghanaians will talk it too better.
Because for a player who has played 25 games this season for Nottingham Forest, he has scored 2 goals and then provided 1 assist. I mean, as a defender, he should know. And then he has played 25 matches. That should
very reliable.
Very, very, very reliable. So if you don't score Ola Aina, who are you going to call to come and play? So for Ola Aina, there he scored by default. Naturally, he scored. You understand? He scored. Yeah.
Maybe they're going to call P Square by that. Maduka Okoye. I think the goalkeeper is like his P Square's brother.
I don't know if he's related to P Square, but then let us know. Let us know. Yeah.
So if Maduka Okoye, there may be something there.
So guys, they are related. Yeah.
So guys, you have heard from Seram, and I want to add this last player. His name is Victor Collins. Now, Victor Collins plays in the Nigeria Premier League, and he's on loan from Remo Stars and currently playing for Nasarawa United on loan. Now, this player has been with the squad during the qualifiers against Benin and also Rwanda, and I see him as a player that might make the squad because when Eric Sekou was appointed, his main job was to look at the Chan team and bring players from the local team to join the senior team. So if you are looking for a player that has already been with the team, let's say once or twice, Victor Collins is that guy. I don't know if he makes the team or not, but we are including him to the large pool of players that might make the squad. So guys, these are the defenders we are going to look at. I'm going to go through the names once more very, very quickly. Victor Collins, Ola Aina, Bruno, Onyemaechi, Gabriel, Osho. We have Calvin Bassey, William Troost-Ekong. We also have Bright Osayi-Samuel and Semi Ajayi. These are 8 defenders, and the coach can call any of them at any time. Now, if there's a player that we have not added, please let us know down below in the comment section. Guys, last words before we close. I mean, we'll come back with another video on midfielders and forward, so you need to stay locked. So guys, last words.
All I have to say is that Nigeria, they have to turn things around because it will be a shock to me if we Ghanaians are in the World Cup
and they are not there.
Our Nigerian brothers are not there. You understand?
I won't like it.
Yes. You see, we missed out on the AFCON and then they are in the AFCON.
So we are going to support them there, yes.
But for the World Cup, we want to be there. You see, something happened the last World Cup. It happened and then it was supposed to happen because we met and then one person was supposed to go home. And then
unfortunately,
we sadly
sent them home.
Exactly. So please, Nigerians, you guys should qualify for the World Cup for my sake because I really love you guys so much. For my sake.
Janana,
we want to see them at the World Cup so that they are not some, if not anything, we will banter about who has the better jollof in the international stage.
Exactly.
And the better women to the international stage.
Yes.
The fans will come and we're expecting to see our stars and other things. So Charlie, we are expecting Nigeria to qualify. I'm hoping they will win their next 3 or 4 games so that they can make it to
they just have to win. I mean, they have met most of these teams when they were playing the AFCON qualifiers. And funny thing, they even struggled with them again. So I'm just hoping that they turn things around. Now, for me, if Nigeria is not there, it would be a big blow to Africa because looking at the kind of talent they have in their squad, the pool of players.
And the rest there.
Looking at Osimhen sitting at home and not playing World Cup would be very sad. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you.
I don't like the best striker we have in Africa is Victor Osimhen.
And Mo Salah is a winger. Oh, okay. So for a number 9, Osimhen. Exactly.
How many European teams can rival him now?
No, none.
Maybe Alan because of his goal scoring.
And maybe Victor Goalkeepers, Ryan because he's on
form. Even if you had to put Victor Osimhen in that Manchester City team,
he will score more than that.
He will bench Haaland. Simple.
He will do more than what Alan is doing. Alan without the ball, he's just a bystander. A bystander just standing there. But Victor Osimhen can come and interfere with play, can sometimes dribble, even though he's not the best of dribbler, can dribble 1 or 2 players and move forward.
Okay, so we are going to reserve this for our next video. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. My name is Emeka. Guys, introduce yourself for last time.
I'm Chanana, aka do in the building.
I'm Seram. You can as well call me Ebuka.
So guys, this is where we end it. We'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.